Welcome aboard the roller coaster ride that is the current rental market. Just like a thrilling ride, the rental market is full of ups and downs, twists and turns, especially in the European context. Let's take a quick detour to Germany. Here, you'll find tenants enjoying a long stay in their rented homes thanks to cheaper rents and secure tenancies. But don't get too comfortable. We're quickly racing towards the United Kingdom, where the ride gets a bit bumpy. Here, rental durations are shorter and the costs, well, they're significantly higher. In fact, the UK has the dubious distinction of having the highest proportion of households spending over 40% of their disposable income on mortgage and rent in all of Europe. Yes, you heard it right. Over 40%. That's a sizable chunk out of one's income, isn't it? So, what's next for this rollercoaster ride? Are we heading towards a rental market crash? Or is this just a wild ride we have to buckle up for? Now let's shift gears and talk about the Carmageddon engulfing Europe. Picture this, a perfect storm of factors has led to a severe shortage of rental cars in Europe, resulting in skyrocketing prices and limited availability. This crisis, rather aptly named Carmageddon, has its roots in several contributing factors. First and foremost, we have the global pandemic. The pandemic led to a drastic decrease in demand for rental cars last year. In response, car rental companies reduced their fleets, expecting the slump to continue. As it turns out, they might have been a bit too cautious. Now, add to this mix the global chip crisis. This crisis has caused major delays in the delivery of new cars. As a result, rental companies that had previously downsized their fleets are now unable to replenish them quickly enough to meet the rebounding demand. And let's not forget the uncertainty of travel restrictions. This uncertainty has made companies hesitant to invest in restoring their fleets, further exacerbating the shortage. But the plot thickens. High demand, particularly in tourist areas, combined with this reduced supply, has caused prices to surge. What we're seeing is a classic case of supply and demand imbalance. With more people looking to rent cars than there are cars available, the prices naturally shoot up. This situation is particularly challenging for the car rental industry, which was already struggling due to the pandemic. The industry now finds itself at a crossroads, trying to navigate through this Carmageddon. The car rental industry is indeed at a crossroads, navigating a challenging situation. From the roadways to the homes, the rental market is facing an uphill battle. Across the vast expanse of Europe, countries are grappling with rising costs and shortages of social and affordable housing. It's a challenge that is as diverse as the continent itself, with each nation facing its own unique set of circumstances. Take a stroll down the streets of any major European city, and you'll find a kaleidoscope of rent prices. In some places, the cost of renting a home is relatively affordable, while in others it's as steep as the highest alpine peak. This variation isn't just a reflection of the cost of living, it's a testament to the diverse economic landscapes that exist within Europe's borders. Now let's shift our gaze to the social housing sector. In many parts of Europe, a high percentage of homes fall under this category. This has a significant price-dampening effect on the wider market, making housing more accessible for many. However, it's not all sunshine and roses. The demand for social housing often outstrips supply, leaving many in a precarious situation. In the United Kingdom, for example, the housing market is heavily skewed towards private landlords. This has driven up rent prices, and many households now find themselves spending over 40% of their disposable income on mortgage and rent. It's a precarious balance that threatens the living standards of many. Meanwhile, in Germany, the story is a bit different. Here, a higher percentage of households rent privately, but the rent is often cheaper and tenancies more secure. Tenant organizations wield significant influence over landlords, and there are limits on rent increases during tenancy. But the path to securing a tenancy can be a challenging one, and rents in some areas have seen a sharp increase. The housing challenges across Europe are a complex puzzle that needs solving. Each piece represents a different country, a different market, a different set of challenges. But one thing is clear. The need for affordable, accessible housing is a universal one, and it's a challenge we must all rise to meet. In conclusion, the rental market is a complex entity, and understanding it requires a holistic view. From our journey today, we've seen the roller coaster that is the rental market, with its peaks and troughs reflecting a myriad of factors. We've felt the impacts of the Carmageddon situation, a stark reminder of how interconnected our world truly is, and how a chip shortage can send ripples across industries and continents. We've also delved into the housing challenges faced across Europe, with Germany's model of private renting offering an alternative perspective, yet not without its own hurdles. The UK's high proportion of households spending a significant chunk of their income on rent or mortgage paints a sobering picture of the challenges faced by renters. These are complex issues with no one-size-fits-all solution, but knowledge is power, and understanding these dynamics can arm us with the tools to navigate these choppy waters. Remember to stay informed, stay vigilant, and most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insightful content.